Lads on Tour is a podcast that may contain weird, suggestive, or downright confusing stuff, and if you have an issue with that, honestly, that sounds like a you problem. Content warnings can be found in the episode description.
The sky is darker tonight than it usually is. It's not the kind of thing you would even notice, not unless you're the kind of person who notices these things. If you were, you might have noticed the other strange omens popping up over the past few months too, even the past few years. The strange weather patterns, the erratic behaviour of normally very well-behaved animals, that weird look that Guy gave you on the bus the other day. And if you're the kind of person who knows about these things, and there aren't that many who do nowadays, you might even recognise these events for what they really are. Signs, harbingers of that day prophesied in the Book of Revelations. The rapture, the second coming, the end of days. But honestly, who gives a fuck about that? In just a few weeks, Daniel McLeod is going to get married, and it's time that he and the boys get fucked up. So lads, grab your shot glasses and your increasingly socially unacceptable inflatable dolls. This is Lads on Tour.
Welcome to Lads on Tour. This is a podcast where we play D&D to tell the story of a stag do that has been waylaid by the onset of the apocalypse. My name's Susie Rae, and I'll be your dungeon master. Really quickly, for anyone who isn't familiar with D&D, who hasn't played or listened to podcasts or whatever, this is a role-playing game where we basically just tell a story together. These guys are all going to play a character each. I'm going to play everybody else. Whatever we want to do, we can do, and the success of that is based on a combination of dice rolls and then just the whims of me. For anyone who is familiar with D&D, who does know the rules, please immediately forget those. We don't really know them. This is a very, very rules-light version of the game. It's set in, ostensibly our world, so it's gonna be... Everything's been kind of homebrewed and tweaked to fit in a not high fantasy setting. Also, I'm honestly just not a good DM, so I don't know the rules to any game I've ever played in my life. Fight me.
I don't think you're supposed to lie.
I don't know what's going on. People can at me on the internet to set up a physical fight. This is a good start. This is fine.
They will fight.
Yeah, I'm Susie Rae. I'm the DM. I know, so we discussed, doing like a stag do game, because this is a stag do podcast, to start it, but I couldn't really find any good stag do games that worked for an audio medium and weren't just awful. Straight men are not okay. They're just not okay. So and eventually I found you get those icebreaker questions on tables at wedding to try and massage the awkward small talk with the strangers you're sitting next to.
God.
Yeah. So I've got some of those. I'm just going to use those to introduce your characters, and I'm just going to make you guys improv right off the bat. So do you want to introduce yourselves, introduce your character, and give your character's best piece of advice for the married couple? And Ruaraidh, do you want to go first?
Okay. Hi, I'm Ruaraidh MacDuff, and I am playing Gregg Roumbax, who is a naughty little loser who is also a rogue.
I hate the way you described that, but
I know.
Thanks.
I was thinking about how to incorporate the word naughty in there, so I'm gonna do that.
I'm glad you went
every
with that
time.
and worked backwards. Okay, cool. cool. On you
That's
go.
how I started the character generation process with that. What's Gregg's best piece of advice for the newly married couple? Well, when Gregg and Gregg's longest lasting relationship, which was with Cassie for 9 months 6 years ago, the thing he always found was important was you don't ever need to talk about anything. So that's what he would say. Just a complete lack of emotional intimacy is probably Gregg's main thing. This is like a comedy podcast, right?
No, this is a serious relationships podcast.
Okay.
And I will be taking that on board in my relationship.
Good.
So thanks very much. Next up, Sam, can you introduce your character, please?
Hello,
Speaking of emotional intimacy. Hi.
Hi, my name's Sam Ferguson. and I am going to be playing Artem Volkov on this podcast. Thank you all for reacting to the accent immediately. That really puts me in a good mindset straight away.
I love Artem.
So good.
Artem is the brother of the bride, and is less familiar with the rest of the group, but we will see how he gets on with everyone. He's also significantly younger, at 21, and for the D&D enthusiasts out there, he is a ranger.
Nice.
I would also
Perfect.
describe him, I just remembered that you said sort of do a vague description, or like a more specific description, so I would say that he is a Reddit-lurking conspiracy theorist apocalypse prepper.
Fab. And what's his advice for the happy couple?
Artem's big advice would be make sure that you stay across announcements of new graphics cards, because you want to pre-order those babies as soon as they come on the market, because if you want to get in that Bitcoin game, you got to get in early. You cannot wait until they go on general sale, otherwise you will miss out.
Fab. Incredible. Thank you.
It's good to have
Joe, would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure. I'm JJA Harwood, aka Joe, and I will be voicing Guy Chapman, the groom's friend from work, who is a bard and just a perfectly normal, regular human man with the standard amount of human eyes.
Nice.
It is nice.
Love him. And what advice would Guy give?
Guy doesn't really have a lot of practical experience in like long-term relationships, so his advice would be to put aside some of the money that they've been saving towards like, you know, their future and stuff, invest it in a mid to low risk investment thing, let that build up over the course of about 30-40 years, then they can retire early and live off the profits.
I feel like it should be pointed out at this point that Guy is also an accountant.
He's an accountant.
No, but is he an accountant or is he an accountant?
Why don't we find out together?
I'm so excited to find out together.
Also, we can't hear when you wink, Faye.
Is he an accountant or is he wink? Rory, can you just edit in a wink noise?
There's going to be a wink sound effect. Okay, guys, here's the wink sound effect. And I think we can all agree it's perfect.
That was
It
flawless.
perfectly represents the
Nailed it.
idea, the concept of a wink. Wonderful.
Totally fine. Faye, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yes, I forgot about that. So my name is Fay Evans and I'm playing Lucas Rossi. And Lucas Rossi is a good, pure boy. And I love him. Lucas is friends with the groom, Dan, from Scouts, where they've both been volunteering for a while. And they're just really good friends, and he really loves Dan. As a friend, I should specify. And Lucas's advice for marriage is to never stop trying. He looks at his friends who are in amazing relationships that he adores, and he's just so happy for all of them. And the one amazing thing that he's realised about them is that they just never stop trying to love each other, make each other happy, and give each other everything that they need day to day.
He's so soft.
That is heart melting.
And that's Lucas.
Oh no, I'm so sad already. I need to rewrite everything I've got planned for this campaign.
So excited to bully Lucas.
And so what class is he in D&D?
Oh yeah,
Not
Lucas.
middle.
Yeah, Lucas is a paladin, which he would be very surprised to find out. I imagine.
I mean, as would we all.
You're the plate armor guy. Congratulations.
Well, you know, one thing that Lucas is super into is CrossFit for Christ. So I'm not that surprised that he is the plate armor guy.
Is that a real thing?
CrossFit for Christ. I mean,
Did you make that
Christ
up?
on the cross, very fit, very ripped.
Yeah, we've all seen
think I made it up. I don't know. I drew a logo.
Okay, folks, that's going to be on our Twitter account
I hope
at
so.
Pods on Tour. So go and check that
Oh
out.
my god, I want a t-shirt.
Yes, sell it. I am going to find a D4 in my pile of things. I'm going to roll a D4 to see who we're going to start with.
Ooh, that's exciting.
So, we're starting the day before the stag do of Daniel MacLeod, who's getting married very soon. And yeah, we're just going to see who we're going to meet first, getting ready. So, we begin our story in London, and specifically in Knightsbridge. For anyone who's not from London, Knightsbridge is very expensive. Knightsbridge is like old money expensive. There's a lot of like I was going to say you're made in Chelsea lot, but I guess they live in Chelsea. But you're like people who are heirs to stuff, people who have titles, people whose dads have money and they all wear fucking red chinos and say "ya" before sentences.
Weird
and
belts.
I can't. Weird belts.
Weird belts.
Gilets.
Big into gilets.
But it's also really close to the good museums. So swings and roundabouts. Don't go to Knightsbridge. We are going to be in one of the very, very nice townhouses in Knightsbridge. And this townhouse was very much decorated for showing off how much money they have. Like, it is gaudy. There's a lot of gold-plated shit. There's a lot of mahogany. It's very, like, dark colours. Very, very rich. And I would say, for this vignette, it's the middle of the night. No one's really around. Whether or not people are in, you wouldn't be really sure. It's quiet. The staff have gone home. There's definitely staff. And the only sign of life, currently, about 3 a.m, is in one of the smaller bedrooms upstairs. This bedroom is less gaudily decorated than the rest of the house in that it's barely decorated. It's got, like, the basic furniture you would need for a room. It's got, like, bed, chest of drawers, a desk. In fact, most of the room is taken up by desk. And the only light currently seen in this room is the flickering of a computer screen. And in front of that computer is Artem. So, Sam, would you like to introduce us to Artem?
Artem, lit up by the sort of harsh blue light of his laptop, is currently sitting in a Discord server with some of his friends from his Apocalypse Prepper subreddit, bemoaning the fact that he has to go on this trip to Vegas. He is about 6'2", and he has short cropped black hair, strong, thick eyebrows, broad shoulders. He is in pretty good shape, because he is assuming that the world is going to end within the next 5 to 10 years, so he wants to make sure that he is ready for that survival of the fittest clusterfuck when it comes. Behind him on his bed is an open suitcase, currently filled sort of Tetris-like and perfect with individually waterproof wrapped little sort of packages. So each one has sort of like pants, shirts, and then sort of like some various bits and pieces spread throughout the bag. So in case something happens to one of the packages, the other packages will remain intact.
Smart.
He has some very expensive headphones on his head, and has the mic down, and there is a sort of gentle background noise of some sort of miscellaneous European pop, I would say.
Love it.
And he is currently clicking through websites that are explaining how to beat the house in casinos, and how to count cards and stuff like that. And I would say that the first thing he's going to say is like, this whole thing just feels like a scam to get money from stupid people.
Bro, it is definitely a scam. It is absolutely a scam, but if you game it, you can scam them. So this is one of your Reddit friends who's called, like, name string of numbers. Actually, I've written this down. His name is Bill037739026XX. He's a close personal friend. He's in, you want to say possibly Ohio, but you guys have never disclosed locations.
Well, of course we haven't. That would be a grave security breach.
Yeah, absolutely.
Why would we ever tell each other where we are?
Actually, what is Artem's screen name? They call it screen names. What do the kids call it?
Handle? No, that's
username?
Yeah, handle feels right.
Oh God.
Yeah.
What is his Reddit pseudonym?
His Reddit pseudonym is Voltron2K.
Love it. Oh, man.
Partly as reference to his name and the year he was born, and partly because he does love some anime shit.
I can't believe people were born in 2000.
So he's going to respond to Bill and just go, Bilbo, seriously, why the fuck would I trust any of these people? They control all the variables. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, but like you gotta think smart, dude. You gotta think smart. People do it all the time. We've seen. Look, have you seen that film with Bill Murray?
Which one? They are all shit.
No, like the one. Was it Bill Murray? It was where they were like counting. Look, dude, trust me. I've read so much stuff about this. You gotta game it. You gotta be smart. You gotta make the money, and then you can like. Actually, or you could just not. You know what? If you wanna. Like, really, like, feel good about it and, like, have a good time. I have a guy I can hook you up with there, like, he can get you... So it's not exactly acid. It's like, So chemically, it's basically acid. I think he makes it in his,
Bilbo, we talked about this. I do not do that shit. Like, what happens if I'm tripping balls and then the world ends? What am I gonna do when the nuclear weapon goes off and I'm stuck in fucking Vegas... Like, looking at the carpet, going, ooh, swirly patterns! I'm gonna be fucked.
Bro, the world is not gonna end this weekend.
Yeah, bullshit.
Like, it's gonna
you don't know that.
The world... Look, probably 5 to 10 years, the world... And then another voice pops up, and this is, another one of your friends in the server. This is Bird Truther 69. Who's just like, no, mate, it's it's not. Don't listen to Bill 03773902XXX. No, it's going to be any day now. You've seen, and you're going to be in America. So actually, you're going to be better off than the rest of us because they're like America. They think they're the center of the world. They've always thought they're the center of the world, but they're not because that's not where the weird bird shit is happening. It's happening. Their birds are barely disappearing at all. There's been like maybe 3 bird incidents in the past year. Here, Britain, that's the centre of it all. That's where the birds are disappearing. They're disappearing, Artem. And Bill's just like, actually, on second thoughts, bro, could you just bring your Xbox like with you to Vegas? Because we have a raid and please don't leave me with Bird Truther.
Dude, you know I would love to do that, but I can't take shit. Like, if Kat finds out I've just spent whole holiday in hotel room, she'll fucking take my balls.
Ugh, bro, okay, I guess, like, bail on our raid to hang out and do your, like, alpha Chad bonding ceremony.
It's gonna be fucking it's just bullshit, right?
It's just a celebration of the fact that this guy is fucking your sister. Like, it's fucked up that you have to go.
This is a great image. I really appreciate this.
Look, I'm just prepping. I'm just saying. I'm not wrong.
Maybe we should talk about the birds going missing. Maybe.
Oh my god! I'm so glad you asked.
No, wait. That was a fucking joke. No one gives a shit.
Next, we're going to stay in London, and we're going to go to Soho. And again, for those who aren't from London, nobody fucking lives in Soho anymore. Soho is just like, everything is a pret-a-manger? A pret.
Yeah.
Pret. Everything is a pret, some kind of chain store, one of the like 3 remaining sex shops, and then just like offices and Airbnbs. However, someone lives in Soho. And the flat that we're in it's got the vibe of like a banker's flat. Like, it's very expensively decorated, but it's quite sterile. Like, everything looks like it was just bought out of the same catalogue by someone who wasn't really planning to live there that much. It's like tasteful, but in a very bland way. But whoever is living there has clearly tried to decorate, and not well. This is like someone has sellotaped a pizza brochure to the wall because it looked pretty. There's a traffic cone in the corner. Like, this is the vibe we're going for. It looks like a bomb has hit it. It's just stuff everywhere. If this was like the cold open to a TV show, right now the camera would be following a trail of clothes, going from the door to the bed. And on the bed, in the bed, less weird way of putting that, is actually probably more sitting on the bed, is a young woman called Amy. She's very, very pretty. She's blonde. She's in her underwear. She's having a great time. She's had a lovely lovely night. And Guy. So Joe, please introduce us to Guy.
Yes, so Guy's probably like just under 6 feet tall, and this bastard looks like Chris Hemsworth in Ghostbusters, like just impeccable. And yeah, exactly. And he is currently dragging a small carry-on suitcase out of a cupboard, and he's saying, Amy, I just don't know what I should bring, because apart from the condoms and the Mardi Gras beads, I'm a bit stuck.
Right,
So,
okay, no,
can
babe,
you help?
it's fine. Yeah, no, I've never been to Vegas, but I have been to Blackpool, which is sort of basically Vegas. Yeah, have you ever been to Blackpool? Oh, it's great. It's like the Vegas of Blackpool. And it's,
should I tell Danny? Have we got time to rearrange?
No, Vegas, it's fine.
Oh,
Vegas is
okay,
going to be great. Right, what you need to bring, you definitely need to bring, condoms.
Okay, right. And Guy runs to the bedside table and pulls out a full string of 36 condoms and just throws them all in the bag.
Yeah, perfect. And you need... Right, so you want people to think you're fun, right? Like, this is a fun stag weekend.
Yeah.
You want, have you got any Mardi Gras beads?
Yeah. And again,
Oh my god.
in the bag.
Oh, so in sync. This is why we hang out. Oh, and I mean, you know, because of the sex.
Oh yeah, well also that's very good as well.
That is great, but you know, it's just the conversation. It's so hard to you know, date someone who's you just have these like deep conversations with. You've got condoms, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought maybe like 3 pairs of pants is probably enough, because like I'm not going to
what? No, babe.
I'm not going to be wearing them all the time though, so I thought maybe I'd just go without.
Yeah, no, but babe, listen, you never want to get caught without pants, like.
Oh, okay, right. See, this is why I asked you, because you're really, really clever. I knew
I am.
you'd
You know
know
what?
This.
You know what? My friends always say that. I'm just like, you know, the smart one. No, you want to, because you know you're not going to be wearing them much, but when you put them on, you don't want to put on used pants. Like, that's not good for anyone.
No,
It's
you're
what
right,
you know what my shaman says. What my shaman says is, you never want to put on. You never want to put on used pants.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Right.
Sorry,
so I would take maybe 4 pairs. 4 pairs.
Sorry, yeah. I'm just gonna write down the parts about the shaman. Right. I was thinking maybe also, because I'm gonna need something to do on the plane. I'll bring my kazoo.
That's a great idea. That is a solid idea. People are going to love that. I think it's like Las Vegas is the home of music in the United States of America. So I think that's going to be people are going to love that.
Yeah, and then like you know but like everybody else will have something to do as well, because I'll be playing my kazoo, and then they can have a go.
Have you seen that film that was set in Vegas, La La Land? And they're always singing.
Oh, did they have any kazoos in that?
You know what, they didn't, and I think that's why they lost the Oscar to that other film, which I think had actually quite a lot of kazoos.
Yeah. Oh,
I didn't see it.
No, that's brilliant. That's brilliant.
Yeah, I'm sure it had kazoos. No, that's great. Could you just roll? Can you roll an insight check for me, please, Joe?
I'd be delighted. Okay, so that was a 5.
You know what? You're going to have a great weekend. You're going to have such a good weekend. Everything is fine. Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Brilliant.
You're going to have a lovely weekend with your good friend Daniel, and there's nothing else to worry about.
I was thinking maybe as well I should bring some tea bags, because Danny said you can't get good tea in America. So I thought I'd put some of those in.
That's a good idea. That's a really good idea. And
do you think I should bring some milk as well? Because I think I've got some in the fridge. I don't know.
Actually, yeah, because I bet they've got that weird milk.
There.
They've got weird milk there, so maybe if you pick it up at the airport. Do they sell milk at the airport? Yeah.
You're so smart. Oh, yeah, perfect.
Milk at the airport, and maybe pick up some more condoms while you're there.
Yeah. 36 doesn't sound like enough.
Because you don't want to get pregnant, babes. And yeah, you just spend your morning packing, having a lovely time with your pal, your fuck buddy Amy, and everything's going to be fine. Everything's fine, and you're not worried about anything.
Nope.
Finally, we are going to go west to... It's not quite It's London if you ask the people who live there. It's not London if you ask anyone from London. It's like a suburb of London out west. It's not as fancy as Knightsbridge, anything like that, but it's comfortably middle class. It's a very like nice leafy suburb. Lots of like independent organic shops. Everyone's very pleasant. You kind of get the vibe that there's a few people there that vote a little bit Tory, but most people are like chill, liberal, rich people who like really like read The Guardian. This is really opening things up to anyone who's not British. You know, it's Richmond. It's Richmond. And in one of these houses, it's probably like nice little. Not an expensive house, but it's a nice house. Couple of bedrooms, 2 up, 2 down. It's got a lovely, very, very nicely kept garden. A couple of cats wandering around the garden, just like lying in the sun, showing their bellies. 3 cats. 3 cats just showing their bellies in the sun, having a blast. And then you go inside, and it's very clean and very nicely kept and very pleasant. There's a little cross on the wall, but it's not too ostentatious. And it looks like it looks like it's been fucking robbed. Every single drawer is open. There is just panic occurring in there. And in the middle of this morning before the flight panic is our boy Lucas. So, Faye, could you please introduce us to Lucas?
Yeah, no problem. So, Lucas he's really worried, okay? He's packed and he's unpacked and he's packed and he's unpacked and he's packed multiple times because he's just really worried that he'll forget something. But I think we're finally down to the final iteration of Lucas's bag. Okay, so, you know, he's got his pants, he's got his shirts, including his very special going out shirt, which he bought specifically for going out in Vegas. He's very proud and excited about wearing it because he hasn't really been out like this. So he's really excited and he's quite proud of it. And he wore it especially for his friends Deb and her wife Kerry. And they said he looks really handsome. So he's really pleased. He's also setting out a couple of other really important things. So he's got a friend from the church coming over to feed his cats while he's away. So he's making up like their little separate lunches and dinners that they like because they've all got their own favourites. So he's been setting them up and labelling them with the days and their names. So, you know, he's got all of the salmon in the afternoon and tuna in the evening for Paul. He's got chicken for both meals for Peter. And then he's got salmon in the afternoon and chicken in the evening for Mittens. And he's very, very...
The fifth apostle.
And he's just worried that they'll miss him. But he's prepared as well because he's also done a couple of recordings for them to play throughout the day while he's not there because he likes to talk to them and he likes to sing to them when he's working from home so they don't miss him too much. And they also often watch the cat Netflix if he goes out, so they know like their favourite shows. Netflix, exactly.
This is making me currently feel like a bad cat father.
Yeah.
Yeah, so while Lucas is finalising everything, you know, he's got this special playlist going in the background. Over the last couple of weeks, he's been watching every stag party episode of a TV show that he can find, so he knows what to expect. And he's currently in the middle of rewatching his favourite ones. So he's rewatching the Parks and Recreation stag do episode, which is a big favourite of his because he just loves that everyone gets their chance to like have their good night out, and it's just really, really nice. And his other favourite is the one from New Girl, because even though they end up in a bit of a fight, it's quite fun and exciting, and there's a lot of like friendship situations. Aww. So he's really pleased about that. That's kind of what Lucas is doing. He's a little bit apprehensive he's got his travel Bible with him. He's got a very special thing. It's currently empty because, he's worried about the plane, whatever. But he did find a really, 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 really impressive thing on the internet. He found a hip flask, right, that says holy water on it, right? And no one's going to know that it actually has holy water in it. Okay? And he figures, everyone wins. So, he's excited about
He
that.
is a precious boy. So while he's getting ready, there is a ring at the doorbell downstairs.
So he counts the pants one more time, settles them back into the suitcase, and pops downstairs.
Cool. So at the door is Lucas's good friend and pastor, Reverend Deb. Deb is a bit older than him. She's probably like in her late 30s, 40s. She's very lovely. She's like 5 foot nothing, like super, like very round, very nice. She's got that energy of being much taller than she is. She's wearing like jeans and trainers, and then her like shirt with a dog collar. And
cool.
she's banging, and she's at the door, and she's just like, Lucas, darling, what's you have sent me nine voicemails last night, and then 17 texts. Sweetheart, darling, what's going on?
So, right. So, do you want to come in? Do you want a cup of tea?
Yeah. All right. She like comes in. She doesn't like push past you. It's not that aggressive, but she just like bustles in past you into the kitchen. Immediately makes herself at home, putting on the kettle, sorting stuff out. And it's just like, right, sweetheart, what's happening? What's going on?
Lucas loves that, by the way. He really wants people to like be super comfortable in his home. So everything that he buys or the way he decorates anything, it's very much like in the thing of making sure that people feel comfortable there and feel like they can kind of make it their own. So he's like super happy to see that. So he has a list of questions. So he takes out the tiny moleskin that he has in his pocket, where he puts all of his questions. He tends to ask Deb a lot of questions, and then he panics that she thinks it's annoying, and then he writes about that in there as well. But in the meantime, he has questions. He's worried about things that he might see on the stag party.
Right. So what exactly are you worried that you're going to see, darling?
Okay, so I don't really know any of the other guys who are going on this party. I obviously know Dan, and you know Dan. He's come to church.
Yes, he's a lovely boy.
Yeah, he's so cool. He's so nice. He's such a nice friend. So I am just a little bit worried about some of his other friends, because I know they're quite experienced and cool. I'm a little bit worried that I think one of them wants to go to a strip club.
Okay. Darling, Lucas, my love, we've talked about this. Who invented tits?
Okay, I love breasts, and I support sex workers, and I support every woman's choice to do whatever it is that she wants to do. Yes. I'm just not sure that that's how I want to see a lot of them.
I think, all right, God loves you very much. You're a special boy. He's very, very concerned about everything that's going on in your life. God will not mind if you see a few tits. He created them. They are, let's be honest, one of his best creations.
True.
He's not going to mind if you look at a tit.
Okay.
As long as you're respectful to the person that the tit is attached to.
Always. Okay.
Respectful.
All right.
Polite. Tip well.
Oh, I have a lot of ones.
Excellent. Perfect. So just give them several ones, because sex workers work. Respectful. Yes. One of the oldest things in the Bible is one of the oldest professions. It's in the Bible. Yes. Mary Magdalene.
Yes.
You would tip Mary Magdalene, wouldn't you?
I would tip the heck out of Mary Magdalene.
Right. So you're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. Vegas. It's a lovely place. Been there several times.
So somebody else told me that there's a lot of churches there, and I got really excited. And then one of them told me that they're not real churches, and I don't know how I'm supposed to know what's a real church and what's a fake church.
Okay, right. And now this is actually I get asked this a lot, surprisingly a lot, by people going to Vegas. The trick: go in, just pop your head in. You can just go in for free. Pop your head in. If the pastor is Elvis,
yes,
it's not a real church.
Oh, okay.
If it's not Elvis,
yeah,
might be a church.
Okay,
could be a church.
All right. Okay. Oh well, that. Do you know what? That actually covered a lot of my questions.
Perfect.
Really?
I'm so glad to help. Remember, gonna be fine.
Yeah. Okay.
Could you roll a perception check for me, please, darling?
Certainly can. 14.
14. You haven't seen Mittens for a while. I would like to say, for the sake of audio, that two separate people clapped their hands over their mouths there.
It was me.
And me.
We'll be fine. He's probably fine.
He's gonna look around, just thinking about that, because it's a couple of people from the church who are going to be taking care of the cats, and he's going to say, the other thing is, I've seen Peter is in the front garden, Paul is in the back garden. Mittens didn't come home last night.
I should be fine. Cats, darling.
I know. But I put their chicken food out. And I haven't seen them. So can you just let everybody know that I'm a bit worried about him. So when he comes home, if they could just give him a lot of love, and I'm a little bit worried that he's protesting because he knows I'm going to go away.
Oh no!
You know what? That's probably it. Is cats. They're, you know what they're like. They're a bit catty, huh?
He's all he likes that a lot. He definitely.
I'm going to start following up every time I laugh by going, he likes that a lot.
You should.
It's not going to be obnoxious in any way, and people will want to be around me.
It.
And finally, we are going to leave London and pan north to the small sub-Glasgow town of Carlinny.
And this is a small town, like small, capital S, capital T, small town. There's population of like handful of thousand. There's one school that everyone in the surrounding area goes to, so like everyone who's the same age knows each other and has known each other since they were 4. There's 2 pubs. They are, for all intents and purposes, identical pubs, but like at some point in your adolescence you pick one based probably on the ones that your mates go to, the one that your slightly older mates go to, or the one that your parents don't go to, and you stick by that pub with just ferocious loyalty, despite the fact that the other pub is the same. But like if someone ever suggests you go to the other pub, you get really surly about it. That is the vibe of this town. Everyone knows everyone. Nothing interesting ever happens. All of the houses are those like depressing 70s semi-detached new build with the spackled walls, and they've been designed by someone who hates everything. And you know
No
the
offense
vibe.
to our listeners who live in those houses. We love you too.
No offense to our listeners who designed those houses. Are you okay? Please at me, let me know. At no point will I tell you what my Twitter handle is. Just fucking find it and at me. Put in some goddamn effort. It's been a day. Yeah, so in one of those 70s new builds, we are going to meet Gregg Roumba. So, Rory, do you want to just introduce us to Gregg? What's Gregg look like?
Gregg looks... So I could do a full description, but Gregg looks like Nick Frost.
Perfect.
So there you go. That'll do.
But
Get
legally
Google image
distinct.
search up.
No, I don't think he is legally distinct. I think Nick Frost could sue me. And I think he might be right to do it.
Nick Frost, fuck me up.
It's going to be fine. It's going to go great. So Gregg is a slightly stocky looking guy. He's got kind of dark brown, maybe black hair, and he's sort of he would say he's 5'9". So just take off 3 or 4 from that. Yeah. So Gregg is in his room. His childhood room, his current room. He's 32. It's his room, and he is packing.
Dick joke. Sorry. Please, Greg, continue.
So what exactly is he packing?
So he's packing for the stag do.
He is.
Is he now?
I'm just going to push on with this.
That's what he said.
He's going to.
Okay, guys. Game face.
Okay.
Focus.
Okay.
Deep breath.
Greg's cock is gigantic. I mean, it's like a fucking tripod down there. It's like it's terrifying. Gregg is packing his suitcase. Greg is packing his suitcase, ready to go to Vegas, go on the stag do, and he is getting. So his room is absolute chaos. It's an absolute disaster area, and it was an absolute disaster area anyway. But it's even worse because all of his stuff's all over the place. And so he's kind of frantically looking around for something, and he shouts, "Mom!
What?
Mom!
What?
No, come up here!"
Right. Here's him stomping up the stairs, and the door opens, and Greg's mum, Denise, pops her head in and is like, "What?
Mum, have you seen? Look, have you seen one of my t-shirts?
I've seen some of your t-shirts.
Have you seen the one that says Federal Breast Inspector?
You know I don't like you wearing that.
No, but it's Vegas. It's Vegas. It's cool in Vegas.
I don't think it's going to be.
Everyone's
going to
be wearing. No, everyone's going to be. What do you know about what's cool in Vegas?
No, you're right. I've never been to Vegas.
I want to make a good first impression. It's
on Vegas?
Well, no, but with all the people in Vegas, all the girls in Vegas.
Sweetheart. Do you think that's going to make a good impression on the girls in Vegas?
Yeah, because I don't think they'll it's really fun. It's a really funny T-shirt because it's like from the X-Files.
Girls do like the X-Files. All right, okay.
I think they do. Right. I'm pretty sure they do. I think it's still culturally relevant.
I really liked the X-Files when I was younger, and that did.
Well, there you go. So why is it in the wash?
Well, because it needed washed, darling.
Well, I'd only worn it like 4 or 5 times.
Yeah, but sweetheart, if you wanna make a good impression on the girls in Vegas, you don't want to smell like you've been wearing that T-shirt for 5 or 6 days.
Well, first of all, some of those periods were like kind of over several days, so it was slightly longer than that. But that's not the point. The point is that you should ask. It's my house too. All right, I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry, overstepped. It's in the wash. I've folded it. I've ironed it. It's downstairs if you need it.
Okay.
Have you brought enough pants? Have you got enough pants? You always have to bring extra pants when you go on holiday. You never know when you're going to need them. How many days are you going for?
What's happening to your pants?
It's Vegas.
Okay, that's actually a really good answer. So I'm going to get some
more pants downstairs.
I'm going to go downstairs and get some more pants.
And sweetheart, just remember it's Daniel's got other friends as well now. So
yeah, but like
just
like,
be nice.
Gregg and Daniel, we're like best friends.
I know, and you were so cute together. Growing up, so cute.
We're cute together.
You were so macho and impressive when you were just wee boys together. running around in your pants.
Mom,
yeah.
don't say that.
Just be nice, okay?
I'm always nice.
Girls like it if you're nice to your friends' friends.
That feels like a really specific piece of advice that would differ by girl.
No. General, all of them, all the girls. Love it. So if you want to lift to the airport, by the way, tomorrow morning, we're going to have to leave early because I've got a shift on. Otherwise, I don't know.
Nah, it's okay. I'll get a taxi.
Fair enough. Can you really quickly roll a perception check?
17.
Okay. So your mum looks like she seems a little bit worried. Like she's not quite as high energy as she usually is, and she's actually just a second roll off the bat. Can you do an insight check?
Ooh, a 20, an unnatural 20.
Dirty 20. She She works at the local pub. She works at one of the two pubs, which is, I don't know. What are the pubs called, Rory?
Well, one of them is the Duck and Larger Duck, and
Good.
Fuck, I had something for the other one, but the
Well, she works at the Duck and Larger Duck.
Yeah.
She's got a shift on, and you've heard her talking about it. There's a kind of like
the Meryl Streep's Revenge. Sorry, go on.
Perfect. Oh my god. No, I've committed. She works at the Duck. They've been having some problems at the Duck that, like, the food keeps going off really quickly. They've been getting, like the clientele's been really surly recently. Like, she's just had, like, an off few days. And also, the other thing that she's really worried about is that your cat has gone missing. Your family cat, who's called
Mr. Puddles.
Mr. Puddles. He's been missing for a few days. She's just a little bit worried. There's been a couple of cats that have kind of disappeared off in the neighbourhood recently. And your mum, she just doesn't seem as high energy as she normally does. She's clearly got some stuff in her mind.
So I'm gonna turn around. I'm going down the stair, just walking out the room, going down the stair, and I kind of turn around. Are you alright, Mum?
Yeah, I'm alright. Don't worry about me, sweetheart. I'm good. Yeah. Just tired. Didn't sleep well. Oh, I'm fine.
I mean, he's gonna turn. He's gone away for a few days before, and he's not like.
Oh no. He'll be in a shed. He'll be off killing birds.
He's a bad boy. He's gonna be off knocking other cats around. He's gonna be.
No. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not. He's a cat. He's fine. He's Yeah,
he's probably setting up a little empire of sort of kind of pyramid scheme involving some dogs or something. It's going to be fine. He's going to be okay.
Speaking of pyramid schemes, darling,
it's not a pyramid scheme. Look, I knew I should.
Okay, so with that, we're going to flash forward to later in the day. This is now like kind of into the evening, dinner time, and you guys are all gathering at the airport. You've already made your way there. Gregg probably arrives first because he had to get a flight from Glasgow, so he's kicking around. And your good friend Daniel is there to meet you guys. Daniel is, I mean, with the exception of Artem, who's maybe met Daniel a handful of times, if that, you guys all know Daniel really well. He is a lovely guy. He's just very good looking, but in like a way where you don't hate him. He used to be in the army. He was in the Marines for a bit. He's been overseas. He's a scoutmaster because he just like really like wants to help the local youth. He works a job. He works with Guy, but like he's one of those people who just has hobbies. Like he's in his 30s and he still just has hobbies, and it's very wholesome. Again, like, not in an annoying way. It feels like he could easily swing to obnoxious, but, like, it's very charming. And yeah, you guys are all, like, big, I'd say, for the most part, big fans of Daniel. And he's there, in the airport when you guys arrive. And he's, like, got the beers out ready, just, like, a pint out for everyone. He's just like, guys! Oh
Daniel!
My god!
Daniel!
Hey, Danny!
Oh my shit! And he like hugs all of you, and then when he sees
Gregg's gonna muscle in to get the first hug. I think he's gonna do his absolute best.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's been good
buddy,
to
it's
Gregg.
good to see you.
Good
It's
to
been so
see
long.
you. Yeah. How's it been? How's your mum?
Oh, she's fine. Yeah, she's fine. She's good. It's all good.
Love Denise.
We're gonna go crazy. We're gonna go crazy this weekend.
Yeah. Oh, no, it's gonna be great. Guy, you're here.
Hey,
right, okay.
Daddy boy.
Right. This is
Hi, Guy.
This is stupid. I just saw this on the way into the airport. It's stupid. Thought of you. And he pulls out like an airport gift shop bag and pulls out this like, it's like a shitty tourist bottle opener. One of those ones that's got a fridge magnet on the back and it says some kind of quote about drinking. It's like, if found, return to the bar. And he's like, right, it's stupid, but I saw this, it really made me laugh, because like, remember that time we went out on we're out and you had to go to the hospital, and then we took you to the hospital, and then for some reason the pub downstairs is your emergency contact. Why? You should change that.
Do you think?
Yeah, so it's just. I don't think that's a good emergency contact.
Oh, okay. I just thought, because they were the closest ones.
Yeah, no.
Oh.
No, do you not have...
Yeah, that was so crazy. Yeah, we got it's crazy when something. Do you remember? Do you remember when we were 17 and we got into we were at the street and we had a lot of beers.
Artem, without looking up from his phone, just goes, cool. Great. This is going to be fun.
Yeah. It really is going to be fun.
Artem, I'm really glad you're here. You know what? Kat said she wasn't sure if you were going to... I'm really glad you're here. Kat loves you. She talks about you all the time. I just, really, really appreciate you coming. It's good you're here, mate. And he, pushes a beer towards you.
Artem hesitates and then picks it up and just sort of goes, yes. Thank you.
Right. Could you all roll perception checks for me, please?
15.
Greg got a 14.
Yeah, that's a 16. Surprisingly.
Natural 1.
Okay, so Artem, you very strongly get the vibe. This airport isn't really an airport. And you feel like you might be stumbling onto something huge. You're looking around, everything just seems a little bit artificial, a little bit fake, and you're like, I think I've stumbled onto something here. Everyone else, you're in an airport. Guy, you just really feel like the guy at one of the food places is just staring at you. And it just feels odd. Gregg, you're kind of standing by the duty free, and you just, out of the corner of your eye, you just can see the stand of newspapers, and you're looking at it, and you're like,
Oh, newspapers still exist.
Newspapers still exist. People read those. Bill Murray's gone missing. Weird. Oh.
Yeah. Bill Murray's, it's probably part of some extended prank or something like that. That's just seems like the sort of thing that he would do.
Greta Thunberg's gone missing. Weird. Huh.
They weren't, together, were they?
Oh, God!
It just feels like there's a few disconnected stories of, some celebrities. And there's quite a lot of, missing children. And, Lucas, you're just sort of, you're feeling, a little bit uncomfortable. You take out your phone. And it just kind of is glitching a little bit. And you're just like, fucking updates. Something has happened that, you keep... It's like that thing when you try to scroll and it just, sticks.
Yeah.
And then it scrolls, loads and loads once. And you're just like, oh, fucking something's updated. And it just feels... It's annoying, it's weird. Every now and then the screen flickers and you're just like...
That's super annoying because he could have just missed the latest Psalm a Day when he was flicking through. So that's really irritating. He's going to have to call the actual line. Irritating.
What else is he going to do? Wait for tomorrow's song?
Well, exactly.
Artem is sat next to Lucas, also on his phone, and furiously just Googling and muttering under his breath, Heathrow Airport, MI6 front.
You know what? There is an article comes up, and it's talking all about, how Heathrow Airport is an MI6 front. They're using it for their people smuggling ring. It's really dark, you can't... If you go there, you're going to notice people wearing blue t-shirts, and you know that the people in blue t-shirts are involved in the ring. And then you scroll down to the bottom and you realise that it's been written by Bill 03773902XX.
I send the article to Bilbo, and I'm just like, Bill, you son of a bitch, stop this shit.
Can Guy... make eye contact with the guy in the food place who was staring at him, because I would like to find out if he's cute.
Roll another perception check against that.
Oh, okay, that's a 2.
He is ostensibly, he is a human man, question mark. You feel like maybe you know him, and you feel like maybe it's because it's you.
Oh.
Is it a mirror?
No, this just happened before, actually. Yeah, no, yeah, there was a mirror I didn't see, and it was sort of at the back of a crowd, and I just it gave me a bit of a shock, and it was a bit weird. Can we get another pint in? Guy's finished his.
And Lucas leaps up. He wants to buy a round for everybody.
Yeah. Cool. You can go up, get around. Same again.
Oh, Lucas, thanks, babe.
Oh, he's really happy. He toddles off to go and buy another round, and asks Artem if he'll help him carry things because he's of a similar height and bulk.
Artem follows, but gives a deep sigh as he stands up.
Cool. So you guys have a couple more pints in the airport. You probably have food in the airport because, like, it's evening and plain food is shit. So you have, like, a Weatherspoons. I will...
Boo, hiss.
Contain my views on Weatherspoons because we want to get that good Weatherspoons.
Surely they have
sponsorship.
a Nando's.
So yeah, you guys have a few more drinks. You have some food at Nando's,
and I'm constantly kind of trying to like just kind of corner Daniel a little bit, and kind of because I'm just gonna say it. I don't like the way he's talking to Guy. I don't like it. I don't trust him. I don't like him. He's too everything.
Guy's not picking up on any of this whatsoever.
Guy's like, I've made a new best friend.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Guy, you probably like you probably go to the hockey or something instead of.
Right, so guys, we should. Daniel like claps you on the back, Gregg, and it's just like, right, we should get in the boarding. We need to go. Come on, guys, Vegas, baby.
Hey.
Yeah. It's me and Daniel. Yeah, we're. Can I kind of try and take Daniel, like, just kind of lead Daniel, like go grab him over his shoulder and start marching him a little bit, just kind of in a jaunty way, sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so cool. It's amazing. It's gonna be absolutely crazy. Listen, I was gonna kind of have you made like a just so like I know where we are. Like, have you made a call on the best man thing? Like, it's not a big deal, but it's just like I just want to know. You know, I just want to have it kind of. Oh, I don't want to have it hanging over the. You know what, guys? He's like he's a funny guy. He's a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
He is a lot of fun. Gregg, mate.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it later.
No, yeah.
It's fine. Come on, mate. Come on. Let's see if we can get some tiny bottles of vodka on the plane.
Yeah, that's good.
Lucas
meanwhile,
would like to walk. Carry on. Sorry.
I was going to say, I was standing next to Lucas in the passport queue and just leaning over and I'm just like, how are your 3 cats?
Lucas is absolutely over the moon that Artem knows about his cats, and he's just like, well, yeah, they're really well. Two of them are great. So Paul and Peter are fine. I mean, they both came and saw me before I left, and I was a bit worried. But I haven't seen Mittens in ages, so I really hope that they come home quickly while I'm away. Honestly, I think that they just, they saw the suitcase and they knew I was going, and they've just gone off in a bit of a huff. So I feel a bit bad, but the cats. What are you going to do? Do you want to see some pictures?
Guy overhears this and goes, "Oh, have you got a pet?"
Yeah, I've got 3 cats.
Oh, can I see?
And Lucas is going to get his phone out. Does my phone work to show them?
It does. It's still being a little bit funny, but you can show pictures of your cats.
Excellent. I have thousands of pictures of my cats. I take pictures of my cats all the time in various ways, as I should. I've got pictures. Actually, what date is it? Do we know? Like, what month is it?
It's like March the 3rd.
That's fine.
All months and numbers.
No, I was thinking like
spring.
What holiday is it nearby? But they've got I've still got their like pictures that we took on Valentine's Day still on my phone background, so I show them those. And they're really, really, really cute. So I'm just going to show Guy and Artem those.
Guy is fucking delighted by animals in tiny outfits. And he's just sort of like, every single one, like you show him a new picture and the reaction is completely the same and it's just utter joy. He's just like, oh my god, he's got such a little face! Oh, he's so small.
While this joy is happening over the phone, Artem has just sort of taken a step back and is just looking between the two of them and has a thought for the first time in his life where he looks at them and goes, Am I the alpha?
Well, while that's happening, I just want to say that Lucas moves slightly, and you see how rippling his biceps are. No, I'm just joking. They are, but that's not the point at the moment.
I feel like Lucas is wearing like a nice jumper that covers them up.
Yeah, Lucas has got like a really nice quality shirt with like a light jumper on top in case it's cold on the plane. You know,
Got a layer. It's sensible.
it's exactly light layers. You know what you're gonna do. But yeah, he is absolutely delighted to be like showing Guy his cat, and also he feels like he might be making a friend. You know, it's like one of his things. He's been really like, he's got a plan for this trip, and one of the things is he wants to come home with at least 2 new friends. Yes, it's very important to him.
That's my plan for this podcast.
Okay.
Which actually just means that 2 of us are getting cut from Susie's.
I was just going to say that my years-long beef with Ruaraidh will finally come to an end, and will come to some kind of begrudging respect.
We live in the same house, so do I get immunity?
No.
There was a long
Never.
pause.
Cool, so you board the plane. Artem, really quickly, could you roll me another perception check? I promise you this game will be more than just perception checks, but like... Pilot man.
A natural 20.
Natural fucking 20.
Yeah!
As you get on the plane, you're
It
like...
was a natural 1 as well.
It was.
Sam-
I got both.
Spooky.
Fire and
Sam's
ice.
actually just flipping a coin.
Yeah.
As you're getting on the plane, it's one of the smaller planes where you have to like walk across the tarmac and then go up the little steps rather than the one where you go through the tunnel. And as you're walking along the tarmac, first of all you look back at the airport and you're like, God fucking damn it, that is a real airport. That is a legit airport. People work there. And then you see someone
I was going to say, I just mutter, fuck you, Bilbo, under my breath.
and then you see somebody walking past in a blue shirt and they look shifty as fuck and you're like, hold the fucking phone, I've stumbled onto something. But also, as you're walking along, you just... I don't know if Artem is like an animal guy, if he's just keeping an eye out for stuff, but you just notice that there's 2 dead birds lying on the runway. And just your mind just goes back to your good, close personal friend, Bird Truther 69, and you're like, dead birds. You don't necessarily think much of it, but there's a couple of dead birds on the runway.
He doesn't point it out to anyone, but he frowns and he thinks about his foraging course and how, if he wasn't about to get on a plane, he could recover those birds and that would make a few good meals.
What birds are they?
Jesus.
In extremis.
Because
He's
if they're
prepped
like...
for all occasions.
If they're pigeons, you would not want to eat those, though.
One of those is a pigeon,
Ugh.
and one is like a kestrel.
How long have they been... Sorry, I'm focusing on the wrong thing, which is
I feel like you guys have
eating
really,
them.
really zeroed in on this bird thing.
There is good eating on birds. Artem shrugs and removes his tactical travel pillow from his rucksack before getting on the plane.
It's in camo.
No. It's not camo, it's all black, but it is made of... It's got like a Kevlar pillowcase.
That's amazing.
No terrorists getting through this pillow.
Isn't that heavy?
That's
Extremely heavy.
Yeah.
It's got the texture of like a wetsuit.
Oh, yuck. Oh, no, I don't like that.
And he sleeps in it. Yeah, cool.
Neoprene.
So, yeah, you guys get on the plane, it takes off. It's a little bit bumpy, but nothing to write home about. You have some drinks, you have some of those tiny spirits. You get, like, rowdy, but not too rowdy, because...
Can we get, like... Can you just bring... How many of the spirit bottles are we allowed to have?
like...
Let me ask,
once?
actually, how many you have on the plane?
First,
let's work from there, as opposed to... I feel like I kind of lowballed myself.
Mate, I'm going to give you 2, and then once you're done with those, you can have some more.
That actually sounds like a great system, but 2's just... Where are you going to be, like, far?
I'll be... Just press the button.
Okay.
Press the button.
Oh.
He presses the button. Greg immediately presses the button.
You've got your 2.
Okay.
When you finish your 2, You can see the look in the eye of the air steward where they're like,
Alright.
they can tell the problem customers. What are they called?
Yeah.
Passengers.
Yeah.
Passengers. That was the word I was looking for. They can clock the problem passenger, and you can just see like the look in his eye, just being like, okay, this guy. Faye, I don't know, who is Lucas sitting next to?
I assume either Dan or Guy, but maybe he was meant to sit next to Dan, but maybe Gregg pushed him out the way.
I had a pitch for this, which was that Dan was in the window seat, Guy was in the middle seat, and then Gregg in the aisle seat, and Gregg is fuming about this and constantly trying to talk like directly past Guy.
What Guy's going to try and do when he sees all of this like minibar stuff happening? He's going to sort of lean over and say to the steward, "Oh, excuse me, darling. Could I have some more of those little mini bottles, please?"
Amazing.
Okay, I'm going to have Guy and Gregg roll an opposed charisma check.
Okay, awesome. 13.
Oh, I got a 13 as well.
So you both got a 13. Well, that's no use to anyone. Do it again.
Okay, fine.
Okay, 17.
That's more like it. 18.
So the air steward just kind of like looks at Guy and is like, yeah, mate. How many do you want? And like gives you like 4.
Oh, thanks. That's really nice of you.
All right. Enjoy your flight, sir.
Oh, I will. And Guy just gives him a little wink. And then he hands one to Gregg and goes, "Oh, here you go."
I don't want this, he says as he takes it and immediately starts unscrewing it.
Oh, well, I mean, I can have it back if you don't want it.
No,
Do you want to swap it for one of the other ones?
Just give me another one.
Okay. He gives him another one. Danny, do you want one?
I'm going to read my book, and it's a very tattered copy of the Da Vinci Code. I've read so many times. Pulls it directly out. Reads it on every plane journey he's taken, which is 8.
Coincidentally, in the row in front, Artem is watching the Da Vinci Code.
Incredible.
Faye, sorry, what were you saying?
No, Jory, it's really stupid. I was just going to say, whoever I was sitting next to, the joke and how badly it would fail was going to depend on that. And since it's Artem, it's going to be pretty bad. But he's going to take a drink because the other guys are, and he knows that that's what you're meant to do. So he takes one. He only wants one because he's never worried about it. And he leans over and he taps Artem on the shoulder, and he goes, "Look, it's the Holy Spirit."
Artem takes his headphones off and just goes, "What?"
He goes, "It's the Holy Spirit. Do you want a drink?"
He puts his headphones back on.
He goes, "Yeah, I'm gonna catch some sleep too." And he gets his book out. He's actually got Kindle because he's a little bit embarrassed about people seeing what he's reading. He's currently reading, I can let you know. I wrote down the title. He's currently reading How to Make Friends. It's called Here to Make Friends. How to Make Friends as an Adult by Hoop Kelleher. Just so you know.
Shout out Hope.
Right, that's out. We'll see if
we
it
were
helps.
all lonely and we met each other through your book.
Well, that's the hope for Lucas. But if anybody asks, he just says it's, I don't know, whatever the top thing is. He says it's the new Sally Rooney book.
Da Vinci Code.
Yeah, he's
just
just
nervous.
Da Vinci Code.
By Sally
He just
Rooney.
nervously announces porn.
It's 50 Shades of Grey. For sure.
Cool, so the flight takes off, you guys have a few drinks, you have banging time.
I will
and
say,
it's a night flight.
Danny's probably going to have to persuade Guy not to play his kazoo on the plane.
Danny so charmingly and friendly just takes the kazoo away from Guy at one point. Just pops it in his pocket and goes, "Mate, save it for Vegas."
Oh no,
Save it for Vegas.
that's a good idea actually.
Yeah.
Because then I've got some time to think about what I want to play instead of just making noises.
You see Danny kind of like signal a sort of like mouthing like, "I got this," to the air steward who had just been about to come over to the kazoo playing man, and Danny was just like, no, we're good. And the air steward like gives him a wink. And then couple hours into the flight. It's a night flight, so they put the lights down. People like close the little windows. The window showers, not the windows. People start.
They say open all.
Good to get some air in there.
Battering.
Ventilation, man.
Can't sleep without breeze.
I just also like to say that Artem definitely does not sleep. So Artem just is watching whatever comes up next.
Artem knocks back his fourth 12-hour energy.
I don't think Guy's sleeping either. I think he's just fidgeting. And occasionally he'll just sort of like lean forward to like see in between the seats to like see what Artem and Lucas are doing.
I mean, Greg doesn't really want to sleep and isn't particularly sleepy, but he is performatively getting annoyed whenever Guy does that. It's fine.
Oh, sorry. Okay, I'll be quiet. And he sits there for all of 30 seconds before he starts sort of like leaning forward again, just being like, "Oh, what you watching?"
And the cycle continues.
Yes.
Yeah, a few hours go by. People are either dozing or reading or whatever. Then shit gets fucking weird. It starts when the plane, like, bumps a bit. And at first you're like, you have that when you're on a plane and it bumps for the first time, you're like, oh god, we're dying. And then you're like, it's turbulence. And then it bumps a bit more. And then a fiery pit opens in the floor and swallows up a passenger and then vanishes.
Oh,
and then another fiery pit opens somewhere else and swallows up a passenger and then vanishes. You're all awake now, whether or not you were before.
Greg presses the flight attendant.
The flight attendant, who looks panicked, starts towards you, and then suddenly a beam of perfect white light appears from the sky above the flight attendant, and they get sucked through the beam of white light, which then disappears. And you notice this is happening all over the plane. People are getting drawn up in these white beams and these fiery pits, and the plane is bumping a lot more now.
Guy grabs Danny's hand.
He grabs your hand back and he yanks up the shutter of the window next to him, and you look out the window and there's just fire pouring from the sky, and the plane is plummeting, and the people remaining are screaming as more and more of them vanish. And then you guys wake up. And your heads fucking hurt. You are still strapped into your plane seats, and the plane has very much crashed.
Am I still holding Danny's hand?
No.
Oh my god. What's happened?
Oh, Daniel, you're... Guy, what did you do with Daniel?
I haven't done nothing.
What?
You guys turn to look. Danny is not there. He's not there.
Oh, fuck.
Lucas is going to let himself out of his chair and fall to the floor and hopefully land upright in a cool way.
Roll
even though he's crying.
Acrobatics check with disadvantage because you're in a plane crash.
I just got a 17.
17, yeah, you managed to get out. Like, the plane is kind of, like, at an angle, and you managed to slide out, like, surprisingly well, and you sort of, like, slither down the aisle and land on the ground.
Wait. Danny had my kazoo. Is that on the seat?
Roll an investigation check.
Okay. That is a 6.
Yeah, can't see it.
Okay. Guy is just gonna, like... look around at the general condition of the plane and like look down at like the palm of his hand, and he just wants to like a general vibe check on everything that's happening.
General vibe check.
Do I have to roll for vibes?
I would say I'm going to go off that 6 investigation. General vibe check. Vibes is bad. Vibes is not good. Plane has crashed. Looks pretty fucked up.
Very unneat.
Extremely. The vibes, I would say, are quite unneat. If anything,
Sam and Susie are Generation Z.
they are not Bay. They are sus.
Guy understands all of this completely. So do I. Yeah, Guy's just gonna
Flossing?
I think the plane's crashed.
Artem's going to sort of sit up in his seat and undo his seatbelt and just look around and just go, did we crash? Are we dead? Is this purgatory? Are we going to take 7 seasons to find out this answer? And it will be very disappointing to everyone who guessed it in season 1?
Nah, it's definitely not purgatory, mate.
I'm going to call to the guys that I can see and say, guys, get out of the plane. I'm worried it's going to explode, essentially. So I'm going to call them.
Greg's gonna Greg's doing a sort of Daniel, and he's gonna fumble around with his seatbelt. So the plane's at an angle, right?
Yeah,
like a downwards angle.
Yeah, it's like stuck into the ground at a downwards angle.
Yeah, cool. So he's gonna fumble the seatbelt, get it off, and then he's gonna step into the aisle and immediately like slide down it, like entirely unintentionally.
Lucas would like to catch him.
No, I'm fine. It's fine. No, I want to get down there.
Can you roll an acrobatics check, please?
19.
Fucking A, yeah, you, like, slide down there. It's pretty flawless.
Nice.
You, like, slide down, like, on your feet and land. And it actually, like...
It's a surprise.
Yeah, like a
Gregg.
rare occurrence to Gregg. The reason... It's like a 19 out of 20, the reason being, like, it's a fucking flawless stuck the landing, but you just look so surprised that it kind of takes away 1 point of coolness that you're just like, the fuck has happened?
Daniel, where's the... So am I down by... So I think I'm down, like... Am I in, like, the first class section of the plane, or have I, like... How far have I gotten? Where does the plane now end?
The first class section of the plane has snapped clean off. You basically slid out of the plane. There's a section of the plane you were in. You have slid out of it, and you're now standing on what seems to be grass. I say what seems to be grass. It's grass. I don't know what else it would be.
I'd like to try and get out of my seat and help Gregg look for Danny.
Cool. Do you want to also roll an acrobatics for me, please?
Okay. That is a 12.
A 12. So you manage to get down. You, like, fumble the seatbelt a bit, and you slip as you're falling and kind of, like, slide down on your butt.
Mm-hmm.
And you just very narrowly miss crashing into Lucas. But you get down there. Yeah, Lucas, like, you help him up.
Oh, thanks, mate. We've got to find Danny. We've got to find him now. Where is he? We've got to find him.
Is he not in the plane?
No, because he was sitting next to me, and now he's not there. We've got to find him. We've really got to find him.
Where's Artem?
Artem is in the plane and looking around. Is there anyone else in the plane at all?
Roll an investigation, please.
That's a 19.
19. Oh, fucking A. Yeah. You can't see anybody else on the plane. It feels like the 4 of you. I was counting the windows on Zoom and I forgot that one of them was me. The 4 of you seem to be, like, they're the only people you can see. And the plane is fucked up. It looks like it's been snapped in half.
Jeez.
Yeah, there's no one else there.
With a 19, does he find my kazoo?
Nah, doesn't.
Oh, God.
I'm just looking around for now and just going, hello? Is anybody still on the plane?
Artem, get out, quick, and grab our bags.
Would you I'm looking for Dan. Hello?
He's not.
Daniel, what do I see outside the plane?
So you can see... Again, roll an investigation check for me, please. We've moved on from perception checks to investigation checks.
Well, I rolled a 6, so it's a 5.
So you're on some grass.
I think this is...
What else are you guys doing?
Yeah.
Artem
it's
starts
grass,
grabbing
guys,
stuff.
there's grass out here.
He starts grabbing stuff from everyone's seats and, like, from the overhead lockers and just starts, like, throwing them into the aisle so they slide down, just so everyone's got their rucksacks.
Cool. I won't make you roll for that. That's just, you grab, you get up there. All the bags are still there. You get everyone's bags. You do, because that was a good investigation roll, Daniel's bag's not there.
Guys, I think Daniel might have already got off plane. Maybe he went for help. His bag is gone.
Oh, that would be just like him, because he always likes helping people.
He went without us.
Maybe he didn't want to wake us up, because we were asleep.
I think we might have lost consciousness in the crash.
Yeah.
For sure.
I think this is a common response to high-stress situations. Like goat.
Oh, wow, you're really clever.
Listen, I have been preparing for this moment my entire life. The important thing to know is that civilization has ended and the nuclear apocalypse has begun.
Oh.
Gregg,
Yeah.
your phone is ringing.
Honestly, that's kind of weird anyway, but yeah, he's gonna, I take it out. Who's calling me?
Unknown number.
Okay, so I swipe and it's a cracked screen iPhone 4 and I put it up to my ear.
A classic of the genre.
Hello?
Hello, insert name here. This is a courtesy phone call from the End of the World hotline. This is to inform you that the world you have been inhabiting has come to the end of its contract and as such has now been terminated. If you are receiving this phone call, this means that unfortunately you are not one of our customers who has been selected for the heavenly rapture. This is likely due to the many terrible sins you have committed throughout your life, making you a bad person who is fundamentally unworthy of salvation. Furthermore, you have not been selected for our hellish rapture as the sins you committed, while terrible, were essentially very boring and beneath the attention of hell or frankly anybody ever. While you may be disappointed by this outcome, we recommend you take a long, hard look at yourself and ask yourself what made you such a mediocre person. All heavenly and hellish support you may have been receiving has now been withdrawn, effective immediately. The End of the World hotline is here for emergency support. However, we strongly suggest that you try taking care of your own shit for once in your life. Thank you for your time.
And then a dial tone.
Was the call on speaker, or were you just listening to it?
Whether or not it was on speaker, you guys all heard it because your phones all at the same time rang, and whether or not you answered it, you all got the same call.
Lucas he just laughs and he goes, "This is a joke."
I think Daniel, like, he used to do these crazy practical jokes. And it was usually me doing the practical jokes. Yeah, I think he set this. I think he set all of this up.
What, the plane crash?
Yeah, it's not like a real plane. Like, maybe we weren't.
Gregg.
Artem, you were saying it's not a real airport, right?
Gregg.
We could have been on like an escape room.
Mate, it's real.
There's.
Oh, come on, like, Guy. Just because I say it's not real, you have to say it's real.
It's also obviously
you don't know
not real,
anything
Guy.
about. You don't know anything about anything.
No, this is kind of actually my whole thing. Yeah, it's. Oh, fuck's sake, I did not think it would...
You're a pilot?
No, God, no. Alright, so, would you like to sit down for a little bit?
I don't want to sit down, I just want to see Daniel and we'll have the funny joke that he set up for us, and it's going to be a lot of fun, and we're going to have a big laugh. And it's Vegas.
Yeah, well, I'd quite like that too. But the thing is, this is a real rapture. The call was real. Did not realise that it would be today. I've sort of thought I would have a couple of months.
You'd what? You'd have a couple of months?
Yeah. See, the thing is, boys, is I'm sort of not technically a human. I'm a demon, and
I've been saying that for ages.
Well, then that just shows that you're a very perceptive person. So, good job. But yeah, so I was sort of sent upstairs to do some temptation stuff before the rapture, because it's like usually I'll just do the books, you know. And it's all just sort of like, you know, tallying up all the sins of mankind and things like that, which is, you know, like, it pays, but like, it's not particularly interesting. So I thought, you know, right before the big event, I'll go upstairs, do some tempting, sort of lost track of time, made some friends, that was nice. But yeah, no, this is real.
Right, this is not time for jokes. Guy, good try, but not funny. We need to find Daniel, and we need to, get out of this, wherever we are.
Can I punch Guy in the face?
Yeah, roll an attack.
12.
My armor class is 13.
So you go to punch him, and Guy just kind of, like, sidesteps it.
For fuck's sake, Gregg!
You what do you think? You're a fucking demon.
Yeah!
No, you're not!
You just said...
That's not...
You just said you thought I was. You
Yeah,
said
like,
that you...
I thought you were an arsehole. I didn't think you were an actual fucking demon. I just thought you were a bit of a cunt. I didn't think you were, like, actually from hell. Because you're not from hell. Because hell's not real.
No.
Excuse me.
I mean, I'm a Catholic, but hell's not real.
No, it definitely is. I've been there. Grew up there, actually. It's quite hot.
What does that even mean?
Lucas is absolutely... Like, he genuinely is stuck between defending the fact that hell is real and also going, well, there's literally no way on earth that this is a biblical apocalypse because I'm still here. Okay? And he just sits down and gets his Bible out of his backpack.
Yeah, so you just sit down, you're like sweating a bit, you can feel your heart starting to pound, and you just take out your Bible and you start reading some soothing psalms, such as this one I have in front. I'm not going to read out. And you are very much not comfortable, not happy, and you just feel like Guy doesn't seem like he's lying.
I am also mortified that if this could possibly be true, and actually, if this is a joke that he thinks is funny, like, I'm a bit gutted because he thought that he was going to be one of the friends that he made. No. And he's like, I'm sorry, there's literally no way on this earth that I could possibly have, like, made friends with the demon. And then he's like, well, obviously not, because this is not real, because if this was a biblical apocalypse, I would not be here. So, what is happening? So he's kind of torn between reading from the Book of Revelations, trying to work out what the fuck is going on, and also just trying to think about what in the world could be going on. Like, Lucas thinks it's significantly more likely that this is war. You know, this is some kind of horrible war, and he's very worried on that issue instead.
Artem is going through the same thought process and is looking for the mushroom clouds that he's expecting to see on the horizon. And he's getting irritated by Guy's and Gregg's macho bullshit posturing. Like, they're trying to tell jokes, they're so funny. He is muttering like under his breath, going, fucking bullshit, macho fuckheads. And is looking for the nearest high ground. Because he wants to get, he knows that, like in a kidnapping case, apocalyptic scenarios, every minute counts. So he wants to get the lay of the land.
Okay, do you want to roll a nature check for me?
I do want to roll a nature check.
Ranger, how often do you ever get to roll nature checks in
16. This
day and age D&D? 16. Yeah, you can see that there's like a hill slanting up. Actually, a nature check for 16. I'll give you a bit more of a lay of the land. You are in what seems to be a thicket of trees. It doesn't seem like you're in a particularly thick forest, but you're currently like in some woodlands. You're on some grass. I don't know how much more to describe with woodlands. You're in the woods.
I start walking up the hill.
There is definitely, it is quite hilly, so yeah, there's a very obvious slope. As you start walking, you're sort of walking round past the side of the plain to get up the hill, and you hear like a moaning noise.
Whoa. Okay, I stop and I'm immediately just like, okay, enough bullshit. Someone is over here. Please come and help me.
I'm going to jump up with my backpack and go straight over to Artem because I prefer to be around someone who's not talking about there being demons at the moment.
Well, Guy's going to come over as well.
I'm going to follow protesting about how there aren't demons.
Now that Artem has backup, he's going to sort of like move slowly towards the moaning and just saying like, hello? Are you hurt? I am first aid trained.
Lucas is going for his kit. Like, in his bag, his first aid kit. That is extensive.
Guy's just going to yell, "You all right there, mate?"
From the wreckage of the front of the plane, the cockpit, emerges very slowly a man, or what seems to be a man, in a pilot's uniform, jaunty little hat. His throat looks like it's been, like, half torn out.
Oh, Jesus.
Potentially by the wreckage of the plane. Half of his face has been sliced off by glass. He has, like, wash from the Serenity film, like, fucking pole through his stomach. And he's pulling himself out of the wreckage of the plane through the windscreen of the cockpit. And I would like you all to please roll initiative.
Fuck.
Shit.
Get in the recovery position, you idiot.
Lads on Tour is Fay Evans as Lucas Rossi, Sam Ferguson as Artem Volkov, JJA Harwood as Guy Chapman, Susie Rae as our GM, and me, Ruaraidh MacDuff, as Gregg Roumbax. Thank you so much for listening to our first show. If you like the show, please subscribe and give us that 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. It makes a huge difference for a new podcast. People are trying to find it, trying to get new listeners. You can also follow us on Twitter at Pods on Tour. So we're going to be releasing an episode every 2 weeks. So just go ahead, hit that subscribe button right now. But as a special release day treat, we've got our second episode available right now. So you can just go ahead and keep listening. But make sure and subscribe as well, so you can stay caught up with where this wacky adventure goes. So thank you very much.